CPI data came in, and I'm going to share the latest results with you, along with the expectations on rate cuts from the Fed. XRP, XLM price action, of course. But why am I combining XRP, XLM, CPI, and the Fed? Because these cryptos are all about moving money, and that's what CPI and the Fed's all about as well.
Due to the graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
Happy hump day, dudes and chicks, and you know the deal. Users' comments come first. Drop me something hot, something spicy. Maybe I'll share it in the beginning of my next one. I do the channel for you, the viewer. The greatest beyonder says, that's what I'm waiting for. The case to be over, no appeal from the SEC. Number 2, the election to be over. 3, government regs. Number 4, Ripple to have offloaded all the XRP in escrow 5 years. And number 5, institutional investment. Then we may see a liftoff, but I live in hope that things will happen sooner. That's right, I asked you, I said, hey, what is it going to take to make XRP moon? What are the factors that are holding it back? Let me know in the comments down below. Mr. Poopy Pants says, why do you constantly stand? Well, when I was 18 years old, I was in an accident. I was on my motorcycle, and I was leaving work, and all of a sudden, a chick on her cell phone blew through a stop sign and plowed me through an intersection. Since then, my spine hasn't been good. I also train all the time for ultramarathon, so it's so much more comfortable for me to stand. You ready to get into it this hump day, everyone? And you know we're going to be talking XRP, excellent price at the end. Heat map first. Bitcoin sitting at 6,566. ETH is 2709. BNB is at 526. While Ton is at 697. Ton, the best performer in the top 10, by the way, in crypto. XRP is sitting at 57.6. We're going to talk XRP price action quite a bit here at the end. Along with XLM sitting at 9.8 cents. So what happened today? CPI data came in at 2.9. I've got the 5-year trend up on the screen, and this doesn't look that juicy, does it? Well, this is the first time we have ever hit 2s anything for CPI data since March of 2021. 3.5 years it's been since we've seen a number starting with the 2s. Now, what was the big problem? Housing. Housing was expensive, but check this out. Used vehicles down 10%. New vehicles down 1%. Oh, where did I get all this information? Well, as always, any article you see in this video, along with all my other ones, will be linked in the description below. So no, I'm not here to send you fake articles. This is real data, baby. So yeah, things are actually starting to break. Food's starting to break as well. Grain and cereal products are finally going down along with eggs. But is this 2.9 enough? Think about that. Is 2.9 enough? Now look what happens when I zoom that into the 1 year. Yeah, that looks hot, doesn't it? Right? You're like, oh, but baby, it's going down. It's going down. It's hump day. I hope she goes down later. Comment down below if you're hoping for hump day fun with the significant other. But when you look at it the 5-year, you're like, oh, dude, we're kind of stagnant here. We're moving sideways with inflation. This isn't good. And that leads us on over to the Fed's expectations regarding rate cuts. That's why I cover XLM, XRP, things that move money along with the Fed, because the Fed's all about moving money, money supply. All right, they're all interconnected, all right? Right now, you've got a 50% chance that in the September meeting, the Fed is going to cut it by 50 basis points. 2 quarter-point cuts, that's huge. That would be massive. And here's the deal. Whatever the U.S. does, the rest of the world catches a cold. So if the U.S. does a little bit of rate announcement, guess what? Other countries do the same thing. They follow the cues from the Fed. Now, for that same meeting, there's a 50% chance that we're going to get one cut. Actually, it's a 100% chance if you add both of them together. So we've got a 100% chance we're going to get a 25 basis point cut on the 18th of September meeting with a 50% chance of 1 basis point. Swinging on over to the crypto market and see how things are looking. Out of the top 10 right now, Cardano is the worst performing, down 42% for the year. Absolute dismal piss poor performance. Now, I'm going to ask you a question real quick, and then we're going to go into XPX on price action. With what we're seeing with the market, Have we entered the bull run? Is the bull run almost over? Is the bull run not even here yet and we're waiting to get into it? Let me know, because if this is the bull run, right, that we've all dealt with just now, we're in some trouble. Now, granted, if you're into things like Toncoin, which is up 200% for the year, you're like, yo, it's a bull run, my guy. We're good to go. Or if you're into BNB, which is up 67% for the year, you're like, yeah, my guy. We're in a bull run. But is the entire market there? Or is this only going to be a limited pump? Speaking of limited pumps, I've got XLM up on the screen here for the last several years. Doesn't look too good, does it? Like, how can anyone say that this is good performance for XLM? This is atrocious. This is like piss poor. Let's swing it on over to the 1 day and let's zoom in a little bit and take a look at things here. We got the 1 day up on the screen and you can see XLM absolutely struggling. Volume is down heavily. Open interest is down heavily. SOAR band launches didn't do shit for the price. We didn't see any sort of Torres action on the pump. Absolute laggard in the space. And that's why I asked you, do you think we're in a market-wide bull run? Or is this just a limited bull run? Or we haven't even hit it yet? Because honestly, if you're looking at the XLM price, you're like, bro, this really sucks massive ass. And you have to ask yourself, have you gotten the value from SDF that you thought? For all the billions that have been spent by Stellar Development Foundation, sending it out to the primary, dumping it on retail, have you gotten anything for it? What about XRP? I've got XRP up on the screen. Now, XRP did see a more substantial Torres pump on the summary judgment and a little bit of move on this most recent one, but we've erased about half the gains of the Torres remedy over here in the last several days. Here, I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about, okay? We're going to swing this on over and we're going to move this to the 4-hour chart so you see a little bit more granular data. Here is the Torres move right here. And you can see we have erased about 50% of that Torres pump, which was only, what, a 14-cent Torres pump? We were at 50 cents right before the Torres announcement, and we got up to 64 and felt resistance since, and have since have pulled back heavily. Yeah, this is not good. This is not good at all. That's why we're talking about the Fed and money supply. Because these two cryptos are about moving money. And when money's expensive, you don't want to move a lot of it, nor do you want to spend a lot of it. When did XLM have their best times price-wise? When the Fed fund rate was super low in 2021 and 2022. When did XRP have their best days? In 2021 and 2022 as well. But right now, the market just is not happy with ISO, alts, and utility coins at all. We are seeing no love whatsoever. I mean, come on. Volume has just been horrible. Open interest just isn't there. Look at XLM's volume for 24 hours. 46 million in volume. That's it. There's going to be a liquidity problem here soon if this thing keeps up. And right now, you're not getting your value for XLM. Now, XRP action, 1.2 billion in volume. So liquidity, definitely not a problem when it comes to XRP. But what is a problem is the lack of juicy price action on the Torres news. And I know some of you watching like, but bro, why are you ripping on XRP, XLM? It's just like being a Sox fan. I am a huge Sox fan. But their performance sucks. And I'm not going to sit here and defend poor performance. Way to go, White Sox. You're the worst team in baseball history, but you're going to get it next year. No. I'm sitting there to the coaches saying, you're making some problems. You need to fix things. I'm looking at the players and I'm like, you're making some problems. You need to fix things. That's how I feel about XRP and XLM. I love both. I love the tech of both, but their performance has been horrible. Who is responsible for the development of the Stellar chain and the support of it? Stellar Development Foundation. Who is ultimately responsible for XRP's health? Well, it's Ripple, the one who's dumping it on retail, who's adding to the primary supply. So if you're sitting here defending poor performance, the problem isn't with the person on this side of the camera. The problem's over there with the person that says, yeah, piss poor is good. Dude, we've seen other things in the market move. Toncoin move. BNB move. Bitcoin move. We've seen meme move. So yes, there is money out there that wants to go to some of this action, but it's not flowing into these. Why is it not flowing into these? Well, there's a bunch of reasons, but we got to hold the people responsible accountable. Or else what are you going to do? Sit here for 3-4 more years and go, just wait, it's going to happen. No. If you love your team, you will back them no matter what. But backing a team does not mean you put up and accept poor performance. It means you demand more from the coaches, the players, and the owners. And right now, I'm demanding more from Ripple along with SDF. I want to hear from you. Are you demanding more, or are you defending poor performance? I got to work out. I already did today, but I got another one. I got to do a sprint workout today. Hopefully these legs can hold me up. Choo-choo, bitches. I'll catch y'all later.